and one giant leap for artificial kind. We all knew that better AI video models were coming, but OpenAI's Sora just took things beyond our wildest expectations. It's the first AI to make realistic videos up to a minute long. In today's video, we'll look at what this text-to-video model can actually do, figure out how it works under the hood, and pour one out for all the humans that became obsolete this time. It is February 16th, 2024, and you're watching The Code Report. When I woke up yesterday, Google announced Gemini 1.5 with a context window up to 10 million tokens. That was an incredible achievement that was also blowing people's minds, but Sundar was quickly overshadowed by Sam Altman, who just gave us a preview of his new friend, Sora, which comes from the Japanese word for sky. It's a text-to-video model, and all the video clips you're seeing in this video have been generated by Sora. It's not the first AI video model.
OpenAI has rattled the tech world yet again with its latest innovation that propels us into a future where the lines between artificial and human creativity are dangerously blurred. On the heels of Google's groundbreaking update to Gemini 1.5 with its extended context window, OpenAI swoops in to claim the spotlight with Sora, aptly named after the Japanese word for sky, symbolizing perhaps the boundless possibilities it represents. We've become accustomed to AI models churning out realistic images and simple video clips, but Sora isn't playing in the same sandbox. It's building a whole new playground. As we feast our eyes on the video clips generated by Sora, it is evident this model is something else. Taking the mantle from earlier models for video generation, such as stable diffusion in private products like Pika, Sora seems to effortlessly outshine them with its high-quality video clips that achieve over a minute of coherent storytelling visuals. Sora's versatility is also a breakthrough. The ability to generate video from just text prompts or bring static images to life showcases a depth of learning and understanding that's simply awe-inspiring. The clever demonstrations teased by Sam Altman on Twitter not only showcased the model's capabilities, but did so in real time, suggesting an accessibility and a power of creation that is mind-boggling. The leap OpenAI has made with Sora has implications that are hard to overstate. Creative industries are poised on the brink of a seismic shift with technology such as this. Think of filmmakers, content creators, advertisers. The plethora of applications is limitless and tantalizing. Yet, with these remarkable capabilities, we must consider the responsible use of such technology. Just as the impressive demo of Sora turning a non-profit open-source company into a profit-making closed-source company humorously alludes to, there's an undercurrent of doubt and concern churning. AI, when placed in benign hands, can foster incredible innovations, but its potential for abuse is something that cannot be taken lightly. OpenAI understands this, hence why unleashing Sora into the wild isn't a prospect we're soon to encounter. The potential harms from deepfake news to indistinguishable AI-generated misinformation are just too great. In this editorial, we express a profound sense of awe for the technological marvel that is Sora, acknowledging both the massive leap it represents for AI and video content creation and the deep responsibility that comes with managing its release. The future Sora hints at is both exciting and terrifying, a duality that has defined humanity's foray into technology since the first sparks of fire. Our task now is to ensure the light from this blazing new horizon illuminates more than it burns.
And one giant leap for artificial kind. We all knew that better AI video models were coming, but OpenAI's Sora just took things beyond our wildest expectations. It's the first AI to make realistic videos up to a minute long. In today's video, we'll look at what this text-to-video model can actually do, figure out how it works under the hood, and pour one out for all the humans that became obsolete this time. It is February 16th, 2024, and you're watching The Code Report. When I woke up yesterday, Google announced Gemini 1.5 with a context window up to 10 million tokens. That was an incredible achievement that was also blowing people's minds, but Sundar was quickly overshadowed by Sam Altman, who just gave us a preview of his new friend, Sora, which comes from the Japanese word for sky. It's a text-to-video model, and all the video clips you're seeing in this video have been generated by Sora. It's not the first AI video model. We already have open models like stable video diffusion and private products like Pika, but Sora blows everything out of the water. Not only are the images more realistic, but they can be up to a minute long and maintain cohesion between frames. They can also be rendered in different aspect ratios. They can either be created generated from a text prompt where you describe what you want to see, or from a starting image that gets brought to life. Now, my initial thought was that OpenAI cherry-picked all these examples, but it appears that's not the case, because Sam Altman was taking requests from the crowd on Twitter and returning examples within a few minutes, like 2 golden retrievers doing a podcast on top of a mountain. Not bad, but this next one's really impressive. A guy turning a non-profit open source company into a profit-making closed source company. Impressive. Very nice. So now you might be wondering how you can get your hands on this thing. Well, not so fast. If a model this powerful was given to some random chud, one can only imagine the horrors that it would be used for. It would be nice if we could generate video for our AI influencers for additional tips, but that's never going to happen. It's highly unlikely this model will ever be open source, and when they do release it, videos will have C2PA metadata, which is basically a surveillance apparatus that keeps a record of where content came from and how it was modified. In any case, we do have some details on how the model works. It likely takes a massive amount of computing power, and just a couple weeks ago, Sam Altman asked the world for $7 trillion to buy a bunch of GPUs. Yeah, that's trillion with a T, and even Jensen Huang made fun of that number because it should really only cost around $2 trillion to get that job done. But maybe Jensen is Huang. It's going to take a lot of GPUs for video models to scale. Let's find out how they work. Sora is a diffusion model, like DALL-E and Stable Diffusion, where you start with some random noise, then gradually update that noise to a coherent image. Check out this video if you want to learn more about that algorithm. Now, there's a ton of data in a single still image, like 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels by 3 color channels comes out to 3 million data points. That's a big number, but what if we have a 1-minute video at 60 frames per second? Now we have over 10 billion data points to generate. Now, just to put that in perspective for the primate brain, 1 million seconds is about 11.5 days, while 10 billion seconds is about 317 years. So there's a massive difference in scale, plus video has the added dimension of time. To understand this data, they took an approach similar to large language models, which tokenize text, like code and poetry, for example. However, Sora is not tokenizing text, but rather visual patches. These are like small compressed chunks of images that capture both what they are visually and how they move through time, or frame by frame. What's also interesting is that video models typically crop their training data and outputs to a specific time and resolution, but Sora can train data on its native resolution and output variable resolutions as well. That's pretty cool, so how is this technology going to change the world? Well, last year, tools like Photoshop got a whole suite of AI editing tools. In the future, we'll be able to do the same in video, like you might have a car driving down the road and want to change the background scenery. Now you can do that in 10 seconds instead of hiring a cameraman and CGI expert. But another lucrative high-paying career that's been put on notice is Minecraft streaming. Sora can simulate artificial movement in Minecraft and potentially turn any idea into a Minecraft world in seconds. Or maybe you want to direct your own indie Pixar movie. AI makes that possible by stealing the artwork of talented humans, but it might not be that easy. As impressive as these videos are, you'll notice a lot of flaws if you look closely. They have that subtle but distinctive AI look about them, and they don't perfectly model physics or humanoid interactions, but it's only a matter of time before these limitations are figured out. Although I'm personally threatened and terrified of Sora, it's been a privilege and an honor to watch 10,000 years of human